Hey everyone, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Thursday, April 18th. Hope you're doing awesome. And in this video, we're going to be discussing Ron DeClown at it again. Ronald McDonald just can't seem to keep his mouth shut, and the stupidity just continues to vomit all over everybody. But as always, this is not a political channel, and I could care less. I'm from Canada. I'm not on either side of the aisle. To be honest, I hate all politics. I just can't stand it. It's literally like the bane of my existence. I really do hate it with every ounce of my being. Just so cutthroat and dog eat dog. I can't stand politics. And some of the nonsense that just comes out of these people's mouths. But I think he just needs to stop. He just needs to shut his mouth. Like, this guy is on some kind of something. He's definitely not on MJ, the Schedule 1 MJ. He's on some other Schedule 1. He's on like some kind of heroin or something. I don't know what this guy's smoking, but it's definitely not MJ. But like I said, Ron DeClown at it again. We're going to discuss how he continues to talk about legalization not going to be good for anybody and our communities and the elderly. It's just like, man, this guy doesn't have a clue. Like, my mom is elderly, and who are you to tell her that when, like, I went over to my mom's house the other day. Well, not the other day. It was probably like a year ago or something like that. She had Aurora gummies. I'm like, whose are these? She's like, oh, they really help me with my arthritis and my knees and my sleeping. So who the hell are you, Ron DeClown? Go get out of here. Get out of town. Like, it's just so stupid and asinine. This guy is truly a freaking clown. But normally I don't like getting, to call names and things like that. This guy's an absolute moron. Like, it just hurts my brain to even talk about it for very long, and I'll try to be brief with this video. But before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this clown. And yeah, smash the like, all that good stuff. If you're new, you can subscribe, take the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward, and giving away a membership to the Pow Group annual membership to the Pow Group private community. If you just go to YouTube channel, click on community, scroll down, all the details are there in celebration of 420, Germany, and Florida going on the ballot. And there's been a lot of FUD right now, doubt and uncertainty saying around, Florida's not going to make the 60% threshold to get adult use on the ballot enacted. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to come on like just over 60%, somewhere around that 60 to 65, I think is probably the most likely scenario. But as we know, DeSantis said, he doesn't support legalization. He's now saying, and Kim Rivers, CEO of Truly, said that it would be better for for the world, right? For Floridians and communities, essentially. And then Ron DeClown at it again, rips into MJ legalization, warning November ballot measure would not be good for families. And let's just go through this and just read how. It's just so dumb. With the legalization ballot measure set to appear on Florida's ballot in November, Governor Ron DeClown again attacked the proposal on Wednesday, warning that changes would not be good for families. So the Ronald McDonald House of Families, right? He's thinking MJ's going to kill all Ronald McDonald. This guy is Ronald McDonald. Like, look at him. Let's just bring it up here again. Ronald McDonald, you are an absolute clown, dude. Like, stop smoking the other Schedule 1 drugs. This guy is just an absolute idiot. Okay, I digress. So he said it would not be good for families and not be good for the elderly. Okay, tell that to my mom, you asshole. He also accused the initiative's MJ industry backers as being profit-driven. And I never thought my mom would ever consume MJ. And she's doing it for medical reasons and pain and sleep deprivation? Like, go fly a kite, dude. People aren't putting tens of millions of dollars behind that out of the goodness of their heart, the governor said. They're going to be making a lot of money. Oh, okay. So tell this to all the rich, okay, how are all these politicians? How's Nancy Pelosi worth, millions and millions of dollars? How's Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's never passed a bill ever, worth, I think she's worth like 10, 20 million or something like that? How are these salaries justifying that, right? Like, these are Wall Street and political crooks, in my opinion. Like, pretty much, I mean, not all politicians are bad, obviously, I know that, but I don't trust any of these people as far as I can throw them, and especially not this clown. This guy has just got bad news written all over them. And like I said, I'm not Democratic, I'm not Republican, I'm not on either side of the aisle. I'm from Canada, and I hate Canada politics too, so it doesn't matter. I hate them all. It's just the worst industry or profession. It's just so stupid. And like, you know, they say it's a democracy. It's anything but that, right? It's so far from that. It's not even funny. But okay, so if the whole reason why is because companies are going to make money if the amendment passes, like, tell this to the opioid makers, right? That created the opioid crisis. Like, it's just so dumb. This is an alternative. It's medicine to that. No one has ever died or overdosed in the history of the world on MJ. This guy just needs to tap out, resign, and go join clown school, because you're pretty much already there, bud. So you'd be making some companies very rich. Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a logical solution. Oh man, I just can't stop calling this guy an idiot, because it hurts my brain. I can't even. It's really hard to get through this, folks. Let me know in the comments what you think this guy's IQ is. Is it in the negative? I think it must have went negative recently. It's all that heroin on Schedule 1 that he's doing, I guess. I don't know. DeClown said previously that predicted voters will reject the MJ initiative in November. I'm saying this guy's, again, incorrect and dumb. I think it's going to pass. And he also argued the passage would reduce the quality of life in the state. Okay, then tell that to people that are suffering from epilepsy and seizures and, PTSD, anxiety, using it as an opioid alternative. Oh, it's just so dumb. Speaking at an event on Wednesday, DeClown urged voters to reject the ballot initiative that might seem vague or confusing, including the MJ measure. The MJ one is written so broadly, you are not going to be able to restrict people to where they use it, DeClown said, repeating a claim that the legalization campaign has said is untrue. Understand, your life will be impacted by this. Okay. Like, everybody smokes it already, you imbecile. Like, how is this going to change anything? It's not going to change anything. It's going to make life better. You idiot. It's going to help combat the illicit market. There's already been talks of like different pesticides and different drugs and fentanyl and everything being caught in, to get it more addictive, to make you come back and buy. Minors and things like that wouldn't be, able to be sold. You'd have to present your ID. You'd have to be 21. Like, this guy is an absolute moron. It will change the quality of life and our communities. Yeah, for the better. Like, you hate people? You hate people is what he's saying, right? And the majority of Americans, the majority of people around the world want it legalized. So he works for the people. Guess what, folks? He hates all of you. He doesn't work for you. He works for himself. And the big alcohol tobacco pharma companies, right? He's probably best friends with an opioid maker. Like, this guy's an absolute joke. You will smell it when you're walking down a lot of these streets, particularly in urban areas. Like, you already do, you moron. Like, this isn't going to change anything. Like, oh my God. Like, if anything, it'll get regulated more, right? Regulate the activities. In Canada, we're over 5 years. Guess what? You can't walk down the street and light up a joint. People do, but it's illegal. You're supposed to only smoke it at home, right? Or in a approved area. So, like, we're in Canada. Like, it's just common sense, not a part of this guy's, like, being. It doesn't make any sense. And then all the reason why beverages are going to be huge. There was an article out today, or yesterday, I guess it was. Mary Jones named High Spirit Awards Best MJ Soda for second consecutive year, which we know they have a partnership with Tilray bringing it to Canada. I think Ontario to start. But yeah, all the more reason for beverages to be in sporting events and concerts and restaurants and all these different venues around the world, because you're not going to be able to go to a Denver Broncos game, buy a beer, buy a pack of pre-rolls and your popcorn. That's not going to fly. They're going to buy your beer, your poison infused beverage, then you're going to get your medicine, your MJ infused beverage, and then you're going to get your popcorn and your sugar and your other friggin' poison, basically. So, like, beverages are going to be massive, and all the more reason to regulate it and use these beverages, right? Look, of course, you go to down the street. Okay, well, you can go to Vegas and walk around with beer. You can walk around with a drink in your hand. Why can't you walk around with an MJ beverage, right? Of course, you can't just light up and smoke, secondhand smoke, and there's kids around, breastfeeding women. Like, obviously, there's not enough research and everything on what this does to people in secondhand smoke and the developing brain. It's all very new information, but again, with rescheduling, with the stigma tied to it being released and all the propaganda and lies, once that goes away, full-blown legalization, we're going to see more and more research and everything. So MSOS bouncing on the daily time frame. I was going to jump into the chart, but I'm going to end it there. I don't want to go too long into this video. This guy's just an absolute moron, and I don't see how anybody could ever vote for him again. And like I said, this is why I hate politics, because they don't care about the people. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They just care about themselves, and they just spit the most stupidest comments and facts, or ideas, or they're not even facts. It's misinformation. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a narrative that they're trying to carry, right? It's just like, it must be in bed with the Wall Street banks as well, right? Just try to crash it, create as much FUD as possible so that we can buy as much of it on the cheap as possible. But this guy does not like people. He does not like America. I don't know what the hell this guy, I don't know how he sleeps at night. This guy is an absolute joke, and he needs to go away and shut the hell up. This guy's just an absolute disgrace. He's just a disgusting human. I can't even, this is probably going to be the last I talk about him, because I have absolutely no respect for this guy. This guy might not even be human. This guy might be from some other planet. I have no idea what the hell this guy's smoking, but certainly not MJ, Medicine of the Future. All right, it's Rob with the Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.